Most people don't plan to fall in love with Hermosa Beach, but once they come here, they continue to choose it again and again. A long bike ride along the Strand, a sunset that lasts a little bit longer than expected, a casual dinner that turns into a 3-hour-long conversation because no one feels rushed here. Hermosa Beach has a way of pulling people in without trying too hard. This sparks people all asking the same question. What would it really be like to actually live here in Hermosa Beach? Hey guys, I'm Lucy Salem, your local real estate agent here in the South Bay of Los Angeles. I love covering all things South Bay, so don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for weekly tips and tricks of real estate here in the South Bay of Los Angeles area. Today's video, we are going to be talking about all things Hermosa Beach. We're going to cover neighborhoods, we are going to cover what it would be like to buy here, schools, everything that makes Hermosa Beach so desirable. So let's get to it. So Hermosa Beach is small, but the lifestyle does feel big. Life here is centered around being outside. People walk, they bike, they meet friends without needing to really plan much. The beach isn't just something they drive by, it's something you pass on the way for your morning coffee. And that changes how people live their day-to-day life. Instead of squeezing in workouts, people walk the Strand. Instead of planning a social time weeks and weeks in advance, they run into each other at a local coffee shop or maybe even the deli. There's an ease to daily life here that's hard to explain until you experience it. And once people do, it's really hard to go back. Okay, so let's talk about where Hermosa Beach is. So Hermosa Beach sits right in the heart of the South Bay beach cities. It's bordered by Manhattan Beach, which is to the north, and then Redondo Beach, or really South Redondo Beach, which is to the south. So it sits smack dab in the middle of both of the major South Bay beach cities. This is truly awesome for people who live here. For locals, because they are almost equal distance to either city, so it makes it really convenient for doing things. You're also close to a lot of major job centers, but you're not surrounded by them, so you're not feeling that chaotic traffic. And another amazing thing about living in Hermosa Beach is you are near LAX, our international airport here in Los Angeles. But luckily, where you sit in Hermosa, you're not really in the air traffic paths, which makes it really convenient. So you're close, but you're not hearing those planes going by. Another great thing is you are also close to downtown Los Angeles. A lot of people love living in Hermosa because they still want to have all of the LA activities, but they don't want to be right smack dab in the heart of Hollywood. That balance is one of Hermosa's strongest advantages when you live here. It feels connected to LA, to other beach cities without feeling chaotic. So Hermosa Beach may be compact, but its neighborhoods really are very distinct. Where you live here shapes how your daily life really looks. So let's talk about the neighborhoods. The sand section. The sand section is what most people picture when they think of Hermosa Beach. Homes are closer to the water, obviously. Streets are more walkable. The Strand is right there. Living in the sand section means the beach becomes part of your routine. It's really your backyard. Morning walks, sunset bike rides, quick stops to watch the waves. Homes here tend to be closer together, so you need to know that, and but you don't necessarily have a lot of backyard too, because you have the beach as your backyard. And space here is a little bit more limited for a lot of buyers, which can be surprising. So it is smaller square footage and lot size. They're truly choosing the experience of Hermosa. The next is Hermosa Hills. This area offers a different feel. Homes sit slightly higher, and generally homes have more space and more privacy in some cases. You can also find ocean views up here as well. Streets feel a little bit more residential, and there's a quieter rhythm here, which appeals to families and buyers who want a balance. And you're still close to the beach, but daily life feels more neighborhood focused rather than beach focused. And the next one is the valley section. The valley section attracts buyers who want value and practicality while still being in Hermosa Beach. Homes here often do offer a little bit more space compared to the sand section, and the area feels more laid back. It's popular with families, first-time buyers entering the Hermosa Beach market, and people who want to stay long-term. So each neighborhood truly does offer a different version of Hermosa living, which is part of what makes this little city so appealing. Hermosa Beach is one of the more premium markets here in the South Bay, and there really is no way around this. The location is prime for buyers, and it's honestly the community, from the local restaurants to shops to bars, they're all so popular, and it makes this location so desirable, which in return makes home prices a little bit higher. This also means inventory is limited. A lot of people have owned for years. I met somebody a couple of weeks ago that has owned their home for decades. They actually bought it for $40K, which is crazy to me. And now his house is probably worth up to 2.5, maybe higher. So do you think somebody that's bought that low is going to sell that house unless they have to? Probably not. You just have to, I definitely think when I'm talking to buyers, there's ways to find homes here in Hermosa Beach, but you just have to be super strategic. So that might spark a question. Why do people live in Hermosa or even want to buy here? The answer is because they're not just buying a house. They're buying a house and a lifestyle that's really hard to replicate. And anywhere else, you really can't. The other thing buyers are thinking about is long-term investment. They're buying with the intention of staying or maybe renting it out, strategically of holding it on for maybe their family or something like that. And Hermosa has historically benefited from limited supply of inventory, which supports long-term value. So for buyers who can make it work, Hermosa Beach often feels like a decision they don't really regret in the end. Another big reason people move to Hermosa Beach is its walkability. Being able to walk to restaurants, to coffee shops, the beach, and local events completely changes how people use their time. You don't have to plan outings. You don't have to drive everywhere. Life becomes more spontaneous. That walkability lifestyle is a major draw for both young professionals and families who want to have their kids grow up in an area where it feels connected, they're always outside and active. Another highlight is the Hermosa Beach Pier, which stands out as one of the top South Bay piers, and is probably the most active. You have plenty of restaurants to choose from and shops. You can grab ice cream and walk on the strand or meet up with friends to watch a game. This pier is always active and always everyone's favorite, especially if you do like nightlife. This is where a lot of people in the South Bay go. All right, so let's talk about the schools in the South Bay. Hermosa Beach has a very strong reputation for schools, so families truly appreciate Hermosa because of the smaller schools, smaller attendance, the environment, the strong parent involvement, and community support. So access to nearby high schools in the schools here feel integrated into the community rather than separated. Kids often attend school with neighbors and with friends they see outside of the classroom, which then creates just stability and it's honestly just more fun for them. There are 2 elementary schools here, and then there's 1 middle school in Hermosa Beach. So there is no high school in the Hermosa Beach city. However, students either then go on to doing private school, or they can go into the Manhattan Beach Unified School District or the Redondo Beach Unified School District, and that truly is just up for people that live in Hermosa. So there's no high school, which always people are shocked about, but we got 2 elementary and 1 middle. At first glance, some people assume Hermosa Beach is more adult focused. But when they spend time here, you'll see that that's actually not true. We have parks that are super active, kids ride their bikes, families spend time outdoors together. The city supports youth sports, recreation programs, and community events. And these all bring families together. It's a place where kids grow up comfortable and being outside, independent and connected to their neighbors. For many parents, that environment is truly priceless. There are also about 20 parks here in this little city of Hermosa Beach, giving this small little city a lot of opportunity for kids to play outside. Another amazing part about Hermosa Beach is the Greenbelt, which is a walking path that stretches from Manhattan Beach to Hermosa Beach. So this is great for walking or running if you don't want to be at the beach. One park you can look up is called Valley Park. This park is very big and it has a lot of green grass area as well as playgrounds. This park is very popular to walk to and it has a, like I said, has a playground, but it also is just an amazing park to have picnics with friends, walk your dog, play with your kids. They also do a lot of events at this park year round. Okay, let's talk about what truly sets Hermosa Beach apart. Its sense of community. This is not a place where people hide behind closed doors. Neighbors truly do talk. Business owners know regulars and support the community. Community events feel personal and they're not corporate. There's a deli here called Granny's Deli that is a small local deli in Hermosa Beach. It has all the essentials that you need, also has sandwiches and smoothies, and it's just a quick stop, but when you walk in, you truly just feel like family. It's been around here for over 100 years. And that is not the only local shop here in Hermosa Beach. There's plenty of them. So bottom line, people show up for each other here. That kind of connection creates a feeling of belonging that's hard to really manufacture. And once people experience that, they don't want to give it up. A city that's truly built on active living here in Hermosa Beach attracts people who want to move. Surfing, volleyball, biking, running, yoga, and fitness are part of the daily life here. You don't need a gym membership to stay active, though there are plenty of them if you do want to have that. The environment itself encourages movement. For people who value health and wellness, Hermosa Beach really does have that naturally fit into your lifestyle. On weekends, you can catch people having volleyball tournaments on the beach, doing yoga, and biking along the strand. Many homeowners in Hermosa Beach hold on to their properties for a very long time. That long-term ownership really does create stability and protects the character of the city. When people stay, neighborhoods stay strong. This stability supports property values and keeps Hermosa from feeling transient. Buyers who are thinking long-term often see this as a major advantage. When people compare South Bay beach cities to each other, Hermosa Beach consistently truly does stand out for a key reason. It offers a walkability to the beach and coastal lifestyle. It also has a strong community connection, and its limited supply and inventory and long-term value really does attract new buyers to this area. Also, schools and family are really appealing to people. Neighborhoods with distinct personalities as well. Even though it's a smaller community, there's just a lot more options. And it's not the biggest city. And honestly, it's not trying to be everything. And that's exactly why people love it. It's unique. It feels like home. And the bigger decision when choosing Hermosa Beach isn't always just about the real estate. It's about choosing a way of living. It's about deciding that proximity, connection, and daily quality of life really does matter. That's why people don't just move here for a season. They set their roots here long term. They build their lives here. So I'm curious, after watching this video, do you want to learn more about Hermosa Beach? Is it a place that you would want to live? Comment below. I would love to find out. And if you want to find out more about the South Bay neighborhoods, breakdowns, and also the real estate and the insights there, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, as I will be sharing weekly real estate tips, tricks, and neighborhoods here in the South Bay of Los Angeles. Feel free to reach out to me for any questions. My information is in the comments below, or the description, I might say, and I would love to connect with you, and I will see you at the next video.